Hello to friends and welcome to my channel. So in this video I will show you the unboxing and first look of another CQC-8 from Emerson knives that I got. So the first one was probably around 2 years ago, the jungle, the green one. That one has now a good place with my friend because he collects also Emerson knives and also likes the green G10 versions of them. So basically I did sell it to him, and now after 2 years, also with his help, I got myself a regular production one, but from 2006. So for some reason it has the newer style of a box. I don't know what's going on here. Usually from those years you are getting something like this. Even from 2014, this is the box of my indicator, so very interesting there. But the model number is EK CQC-8BT, and this is the black version of the regular size CQC-8. Let us see what is in the box here. So obviously America's Knife Company, the new pamphlet that you have with all your Emerson knives. Give you quick brief informations how the new flipper CQC-7 does operate, how to strap the knife, and what is the blade configuration they are using. Was basically only these two, so standard V and then chisel edge or chisel configuration here. So you also have a sticker here, so put it right here, and the knife itself. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, let me give you quick brief information. This is one of those legendary first designs that Emerson did basically invent or produce for the military. This one is was designed for the Navy SEALs, and it is designed after, or the design is based on Bob Tello's Warrior knife and Bill Moraine's ST-23. It was designed back in '94 for Navy SEALs. The first production run was initiated in 2002 with the company Surefire. Back in those days, the design was without the wave feature, so also the first production was without the wave. And then from 2003 it was in the regular production. I don't know when the wave came up, maybe 2003, 2004. I don't have this information. Mine is from 2006. Low serial number, under 1000. Okay. So back from those days, this was a major step up. What you could buy as far as tactical knife goes. So still to this day it is one of the best Emerson designs in my opinion, because of the ergonomics. Yes, it was designed to be as a fighter firstly, but then of course it's also a great EDC knife with this beautiful Saberpoint blade. Okay, let me give the specification really quickly. I always do. The overall length is 23.5 centimeters, that is 9.2 inches, so fairly big knife. The blade length is 9.9 centimeters or 3.9 inches, so let's say 10 centimeters or 4 inches. Blade width is 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch. Thickness is 3.3 millimeters or 0.12 inches. Handle configuration or handle length 13.5 centimeters, 5.3 inches, with a thickness of 1.3 centimeters or 0.5 inches. As you can see, these older Emersons had a partial full backspacer. Nowadays the new ones have standoffs. It's made out of G10, of course. Stop pin is here. The handle is made out of G10, and it is a smoother G10 like nowadays they are using. So when lots of new users are complaining that the G10 is very coarse and harsh and it damages pens, I don't know what was the idea to have it super coarse. This is still coarse, but really nice to handle. The blade, of course, with this older model is made out of 154 cm, and it has the black oxide coating with this beautiful Saberpoint blade configuration. The 2006 model has no swedge. The custom one and also the later released Super and Mini do have swedges. So let me show it to you. There is the swedge, no swedge. As far as the pivot assembly goes, it rides on Emerson's Nylatron washers, which are really nice and smooth. Being this knife from 2006, it is 20 years old. It's in pristine condition, so the original owner did kept it probably inside the cabinet or display case. So I'm really happy that in 2026 I could get my hands on this beauty here. As far as the liners goes, we have standard 6AL4V titanium like Emerson is using, and we have a liner lock configuration here. The pocket clip is the standard stamped out Benchmade stainless steel pocket clip with also a black coating on it. Opening method, standard for Emerson, we have the thumb disc and of course the wave feature right there. Sharpness out of the box, but please keep in mind this is not a new knife. It's still super sharp, even after so many years. Okay, let me show you the pocket profile really quickly. And this is how much it is sticking out. We have also a lanyard hold right there, and the weight comes at 148.6 grams or 5.2 ounces. Proudly made in the United States, of course. The CQC-8 has that banana style, it's also sometimes called banana knife design that is really versatile. It will fit your large, small and medium hands. I have XL size hand, I still have a little bit space, and it is great in also in reverse grip. Let's check the centering, perfect centering. Yeah, beautiful knife. So as far as pricing goes, not this one, but the standard CQC-8 should be available in standard stonewash satin configuration for $280, and then the new black coating, they call it Thunderstorm. It's basically something like it looks like a black stonewash or maybe PVD, I don't know, but that is around $300. Okay, let me show you the size comparison. So let's bring out my friend's CQC Super 8. So, and the Mini, or also known the Horseman, or Mini CQC-8. The Super 8 is a beast, of course. The regular size is a really large knife, still in my opinion manageable. Now let me show you a few size comparisons with other knives that I have here on the table. So I know, let's bring out a couple of Saberpoint designs that I have from Emerson. This is the Tiger and the Combat Systems Fighter. The Combat System Fighter has also a really good configuration of the finger choice, so your finger is definitely nicely protected, like with the CQC-8. Then of course one of my favorite EDC knives, the Vindicator, which has also a beautiful shaped handle, nice, super ergonomically designed to melt around your fingers. Okay, let's continue with another legendary epic design, which is the Commander, the regular size, and here is a Super Commander. So you can see Super is a little bit bigger, but a little bit smaller than the Super 8. Okay, let's continue with the CQC-7. It has to be shown. This is a really significant design for the tactical EDC knife community, because it's one of those knives that started the introduction of the tactical EDC knife to wider audiences when Emerson designed it as a production knife for Benchmade. And of course, here is the SMF from Strider. An inexpensive option for you, also recommended, is the Berker Plus Kalashnikov 101. This is the version 2.0 with the upgraded D2 blade. From Protec, here's the TR 4.1. And also I recommend the Cold Steel Recon 1 series. If you don't have access to Emerson knives, these should be readily available nowadays with great steel options, and of course you have the similar aesthetics, like of course G10 and Black Blade. These are offered only with the coated blade. So if you would like to have a uncoated one, which I have one here, but these are the older versions from Taiwan, so they had only something like a Teflon coating on it. It could be stripped down without any problems, and underneath it was nice stone washed. But nowadays they are come in something like PVD coated blades, so those are probably not, you will be not able to strip down the coating. Just keep it in mind. If you would like to have it, then shop around on forums or eBay for the made in Taiwan versions. Okay, let's continue with some more widely known knives here. So here is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Benchmade Reptilian. Also the 710, which is now back in production, but if I'm not mistaken, not in the G10 variant. This was also a significant design back in the days by Henry and Williams. Really nice ergonomics on this one. Okay, let's continue with a workhorse Spyderco Endura Ontario Red Model 1. These are fairly inexpensive options you can add to your collection if you like. They are great knives, of course. Here is a Kershaw Leak. And Buck Sovereign. Let's do a 940 Osborne design. Another great knife. Let me also show you a Sharpie here. And let's see the Peanut from Rough Rider. And let's finish with the K-Bar Dozier Folding Hunter. Okay, so overall, I must say I'm really happy that finally after a couple of years, I have a CQC-8 back in the collection. Big thanks to my friend, and hopefully you liked the video and the content. Of course, stay tuned for more Emerson knives. If you have any questions, please leave comments down below. I'm more than happy to reply as soon as I can, of course. If you subscribe, thank you very much. Big thumbs up to you. And if you're not a subscriber, then please consider subscribing to not miss any future videos. With that being said, wish you a wonderful day. Stay safe. Hope to see you soon. Bye.